Hey, so this is new, so if you guys do want coins and want the best players in the game for the cheapest coins on the market, make sure to go to u7buy.com and use the discount code Vizeh for 5% off your total order. If you don't use the discount code, then I will cry. So, enjoy the video. What? You fucking liars. That's all I can say from this right now. Absolute shame. Shame on EA. It's somewhat laughable because we all expected it. I genuinely had hope for like this year. But my word, this is on unreal levels here. They told us that they would change things, and that they made it worse. And they said that things would not happen, but yet still happen. You know nothing. You know legitimately nothing. And this is why I'm so happy that I don't work for EA. I'm not a game changer, because I'll be embarrassed to be affiliated with working for this company and being used as just a way to make more sales, like what every other game changer is. This FIFA for career mode, for specifically career mode, I'm not on about Ultimate Team, I'm not about Volta. To be fair, I'll be honest, I've not even touched Volta this year. For me personally, you guys may enjoy it, I've not touched it yet, so I'll get to it one day. Maybe Journey 4.0, I don't know, but yeah, career mode this year is an absolute mess. And I don't mean that like they've not done things that we expected them to do. No, they've done things that they told us will not happen, but yet still do. And this is the way we see it, guys, is that they've given us a game that is not complete in any way. In any way, shape or form, this is not a completed game. There's so many issues with this game for career mode. It's unreal. Now, by the way, this is career mode only, so I'm not on about the FUT, even though there's a few things in there which are a bit, iffy. But no, for career mode, this could be a 100 things I hate about FIFA 20 career mode in one video, just by the amount of glitches and bugs and issues about this game alone. And I feel bad. If you are right now watching this and you are a career mode fan, I feel so bad for you, because you get abused, probably not abused, but mentally abused every single year in, year out about this save. And I don't understand why they act like they care when they quite clearly don't by the release of this, because they're saying to us here that they're going to edit things after the release. What is the point of a release date if you ain't going to make sure that the game is actually working by the time it hits that release date? What's the point? Oh yeah, because you've got all these advertisement things, you've got all these companies that don't care about the game, they just want to make money. EA, you just want to make money, and it's an absolute pure fact now. And I don't care about anyone that thinks that, oh, I'm going too far here. They've blatantly lied to every single one of us, and they will keep on lying to us until we actually make a change here. Now, I don't even know what to even do or where to start with this, so let's get into this, okay? So there is a tweet right now by a man called @FIFACMTips. You may have seen this completely like around everywhere for a good reason, because it's quite well known, and you may not even care about career mode. So if you don't, then feel free, you can click off this video. But I would recommend you to not, because this just shows that if they can do this for career mode, they can do this to Ultimate Team. And then the game is completely screwed and no one wants to play it, and then like, it's just another dead year of FIFA with no hope. So, let's get into this. Let's get into it. All bugs, issues in FIFA 20 career mode thread. There's so many bugs in the first 6 days, and keep this in mind, guys. This will keep on being, like, more bugs will be found the more we get into this game. So, where do we begin? Into the first post. First things first, league table. So, if you play career mode, your actual teams in your, let's say, Premier League save, things like this will happen. So in here, we've got someone save, and they've got Brighton winning the league in their first season. Because that happens. Also, where's Man City? Where are they? I'm pretty sure they got relegated in the season. Relegated. Man City. First year. Relegated. Brighton won the league. First season. What? How does this make any sense? Next page as well. Oh wait, Chelsea. 18th place after 12 games. You can tell it's the first season because they have Norwich and Sheffield United still there. Liverpool, 13th place in the first few games of the season. Okay then. Next up, we've also got, hey look, Liverpool in the league, Wolves 3rd place, good season. Still no Man City. Man City nowhere to be seen. Last game of the season again, Bournemouth away. Bournemouth is there. How you can tell that this is the first season is because of the fixtures, because those are the real life fixtures of the first season for this year. So that's how you can tell. That's how you can tell, right? So we play career modes because it's the most realistic way to play football and to use our best players in real clubs and our favourite players ever, to go and win stuff, win Champions League, win Premier League, win FA Cups, win whatever you want. Go and make a youth product, like let's say you love Mason Greenwood or whatever, you can go turn him to the best player in the world and go play and win games for him, right? Amazing. So imagine you trying to play a realistic game when you got Man City being relegated and Brighton winning the league first game of season, right? And there's a reason behind this as well, and we'll get into that later on. So next up will be Vavavoom. Oh look, calendars was fixed, which was said in the picture notes, and there's a proof right here. It says in there that this is why I'm a bit annoyed, because if they say nothing and it comes out of this, then you can't say that it's just bad. But the fact that they said to us that this is a well-known issue and yet they still have made no changes and they've made it in fact worse is absolutely insane. This is why I have such an issue. It's because they told us that this thing would not be happening, but yet it still continues to happen. Like look at this, you got Wolves and then Palace, and then like we got like in the matter of, we got 4 games in a week, which I guess that's not that bad. But then this is just like there's 2 games within 2 days, and like that just isn't possible at all in real life. So I don't know why it happens in the game. Let's keep the ball rolling. So next up, this is why, if you wondered, why is Man City doing so poorly? Why is Chelsea 18th place in the first 12 days of first game of the season? This is why, is that, well, this is the Spurs team of the AI. This is their team. They've got Troy Parrott starting up top in the Premier League. I'm presuming a Premier League game. They've got Tanganga at centre back. They've got Bolden at CDM. They've got Edwards at right mid. They're playing their B team and C team in these games for no reason. The Man City team, they've got Gonzalez up top. They got Gomez, CDM. They got Bernardo Silva in the game at least. At least they're doing that. Cancelo right back. But they got Garcia as a centre back and Guy as a left winger, and like honestly, man, they got Scott Carson in net. This is why these main teams, City and Chelsea and Spurs and whatever, are doing so poorly in their FIFA saves, is because the game for no reason is just launching out their 3rd and 2nd team. Just because, and there's no reason behind it. They just are. And guess what? This was said in the pitch notes to be changed and to be fixed. And guess what? It's actually got worse than what it was beforehand, as what the tweet says. And trust me, let me just scroll down quickly here. There's a lot to it. There's a lot to this, and that's why it's very, very annoying that EA should be absolutely ashamed to release this as a full product, as a AAA game, after earning $800 million a year annually from their Ultimate Team franchise. That they can't put anything into ensuring this is an actual game. People from EA do not actually play the game. They don't actually play the game, because if they did, they would know this would be a thing. Next up, about the player interaction system, right? Absolutely, we wanted this for a while. We always hoped that they would drop something about player interactions, so we can, like, let's say if a player had poor form, we can speak to him and then he could have better form because we made him happy, right? A player may come to you saying that they want more game time, so then in the next game you actually play him, they will go back to you the next day saying, why didn't you give me game time? I'm not making this up. And by the way, you can always get terminated by simply giving players a 10% wage increase on their contracts. You can also get fired just like this. Proof here, while you have complete freedom, by the way, terminated, got fired from the job here. We've noticed that the value of Caputo's recent deal is far beyond any other existing contract in the team. These situations create unrest in the locker room, and we like to avoid any issues so that they sack you instead. So if you give someone too high wages, they sack you. Next one as well is something quite also stupid. If you sign a new contract with a player and they also have a release clause, if you put their release clause too low to what your board, which you don't know what their board's expectations is, if you put it too low to what their imaginary value is, you get sacked as well. No matter how good you are in the league, you could be winning the league, you could be top of the league, winning doubles and triples and quadruples, and they'll still sack you because you put the release clause of Mason Greenwood from like 60 million to like 55 million. It's genuinely just beat back right now. What else is there? Oh wait, there's just random players and teams that shows up in menus just because they can, I guess. More proof of the player interactions right here. So Dello says, I've been in pretty good form lately. I'm feeling good. So I'd hope you're not going to bench me for the game against Brighton. You say, there's bigger games ahead and I'll need you focusing on fitness until then. He says back, I feel a bit frustrated as I requested not to play in a match and then get injured in it. Thanks though, Gaffer. What? You said I've been in pretty good form lately and I'm feeling good, so I hope you're not going to bench me. 5 seconds later, says, I feel frustrated because I requested not to play in the match. You can't write this. You can't write this, man. This is... Oh wait, oh my best part, I love this. So you know that EA made such a big deal about Champions League, Europa League in the game, the only game with Champions League. Yeah, about that, right? If you do have the Champions League, you can see in the Champions League. Guess what? If you go past 4 or 5 seasons, how dare you? How dare you go past 5 seasons in career mode? You know what happens, right? It doesn't exist. The Champions League doesn't even begin. The Europa League has to be determined as the games. It's broken. It's completely broken. It doesn't work. Look at that. For both games, it just ends 3-0 for no reasons in the playoff round, and then the competition does not actually begin because there's no actual teams in it to complete it all. So what do we do here then? So by the time it's 4th, 5th season, good luck playing career mode, because I mean, we play it for the Europa League and Champions League, right? Most of the time we play it to try and, win Champions League, because that's the hardest thing to win, right? And it's the biggest exciting part about it. Yeah, it doesn't exist. How can a career mode, when the most biggest thing about it is having a Champions League? To be honest, it really does. It is that. It doesn't work after a few seasons. That's the entire point of the game already ruined. And again, as I keep on saying each issue here, let me repeat, they released this as a full-blown product. Did not tell us there were still issues. Did not tell any game changers, which I know them. They've not said anything to them about the game not being fully ready yet. They've done nothing. They didn't even say anything in the first 2 days, 3 days until people started talking about it and realizing all these issues. They stayed silent the entire time and let people like EA, Corey, and Zorro talk about it, which I have no issues with them because they don't actually make the game. But my God, man, Zorro made a pitch notes about career mode saying all these things have changed, the calendar, this and that. They don't actually play the game. It may not be Zorro's fault. I'm sure he's been told about it. Zorro is just literally a mouthpiece to EA, which, funnily enough, that mouthpiece is out their arse. So they're literally just chatting bare just all the time, and they don't know any better. So it's not Zorro or Corey's fault. They're just a mouthpiece. But the people that make this game and the people that have the cheek to charge us this much for the game that is nowhere near completed. People spend a lot of money. £60 is a lot of money, man. You raise up the price. Christ, you charge £80 and £90 for this, and it's not finished. It's not finished. So as I go through each thing, because there's still a lot more, keep this in mind. They release this as a full AAA product with no issues with it at all, because they did not say anything about this before the full game was out. Just saying. There's apparently an issue that ultimate difficulty is just not hard at all, which was the same thing last year. Like, I just can't believe that Man City got relegated in career mode. Manchester City, look at the fixtures. This is the first season and City got relegated, man. Oh yeah, by the way as well, if you do talk to EA about this, they come back with a sassy ass response which makes you want to actually punch them in the face so hard they'll go to Narnia. And someone said, please button this so that EA can keep on seeing this on the forums, because career mode actually is a mode which needs to work because people love it. And the EA community manager says this: there's no need to keep bumping this thread unless there are new bugs to be reviewed by us. We're fully aware of this post and other posts about career mode and the issues that have been reported. We've sent all these to our team to already review. By the way, about the 8,000th time we've been told that for the last few days now. So I know what's easier. Don't release a game which is not fully done yet. At all. Literally at all. And by the way, you get sacked almost every other game in this thing as well. Like, literally, if you get a player upset and they want you out, they can get you out easily and you got old and pissed off. You can win a game 8-0 and then a few days later they're all angry again for no reason, just because the game wants you to. And there's still some more things here, press conferences, asking questions that isn't relevant. I remember one time I saw a tweet, I can't find it again, but it was something like, it was like a draw or something, it was a poor draw or something, but yet in the actual game they won. How does that make sense? So there you have it, guys. Of course, these aren't all the issues about career mode. I'm sure there's a lot more about youth players and player positions, but this is the main kind of story about it. Shame, absolute joke, absolute joke, man, joke. And if you don't care, then don't worry, it may happen to Ultimate Team as well, and then we'll have pretty much nothing left at this stage, will we? So yeah, if you do enjoy, smash that button. I don't know how EA can do this. I don't know how they can do this, man. And again, is this me dissing EA? I'm sure it's hard to make a football game, but I don't feel sorry at all because you make enough money from us. I mean, I paid for the game, right? I paid for the game, you got my money, so why would you care? Why would you care, EA? They wouldn't care. Why would you care? They've already got our money. So I'm sure that we'll see no changes in this for the next month or two, because guess what? They make no money from career mode. If there was issues this big in FUT, I guarantee you that this would change within like a week, if that. But because it's career mode, it'll take about a month or two. So yeah, amazing. Anyway, with that said, God bless the Queen, because she's the only hope we got now. Have fun.
Till I get up, time is barely on